Hey guys, how was your month? Mine wasn't too bad, not too bad at all. Wasn't this month crazy? I mean, it was just like roller coaster, roller coaster. We had some big highs, we had some big lows. Crazy month. It was all over the place, but when it came down to it in the end, wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad overall. Hey, let me give you an update here. For those of you wondering why I'm going to be pointing with a glove, I got a tattoo on my hand. If those of you have got tattoos or are thinking about get tattoos, if they tell you to put Neosporin or something on it, some, disinfectant, do it. I forgot to do it. Bad boy, bad boy. Now I've got an infection on my tattoo, so it's kind of ugly, so I've got it covered up. So yeah, this month wasn't too bad. Let's see how we did. First of all, for those of you who haven't seen me before, this is where I was when I retired in August 2021. 323,000 in this 401k, 150,000 in this IRA, 75,000 cash for a total of 548,000. My worst month, January of 2023. 269, 116, 53, 438. I was way down. 17% from when I retired. 22% in that IRA from when I retired. It was not looking good. As those of you who have been watching me know, it was terrible back then, right? And speaking of that, this is a retirement channel for people on moderate income. If you think you might like that, think about subscribing. And speaking of subscribing, I have to bring this up every once in a while. The majority of people that watch my stuff are not subscribed. So if you guys have seen more than one of my videos, please subscribe. So please help me get that message out to people on moderate income. Thank you. So let's go back. Where was I last month? June, 320,000. I was only 1% down from 323. Look at my finger. Doesn't it look weird? I don't think these gloves fit. Believe me, you don't want to see that tattoo. It's ugly. Ugh. Scary. 145 in this IRA, down 3%. I was down to 38 on my cash from 75 from when I retired for a grand total of $503,000. Okay. And as most of you know who've been watching these updates, I take out about $1,000 a month from my cash to live on. That plus my YouTube earnings usually gets me by. My expenses are approximately $2,800 a month, okay? I try and keep it low. Like I've always said on this channel, it's all about expenses, guys. You can retire with $150,000 lower if your expenses are low enough. It's all about expenses. That's what this whole retirement thing is about, okay? So how did I do last month, July? And now I can't even get this off because these are slippery gloves. I'm a mess today. Can you tell? I'm a mess today. Honey? Yeah, she agrees. Believe me, she's known that for a while. Okay, in 401k, I was here. In the IRA, I was here. And these gloves are making it hard to even write. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that. And look at that. I'm back to where I was on my 401k when I retired. I'm inching closer on my IRA. Cash, again, I took out $1,000 to live on for a grand total of $507,000 compared to $548 from when I retired. So what are the percentages? Well, the first one, you know already, right? Boom. The second one, again, should we have music during these little pauses, these pregnant pauses? She says if it's anything but not her music, she's not for it. She's against it. She's hard to live with sometimes. Okay, so here we are. Obviously on that 401k, man, I am even. This has been a long, hard slog. And this is the main reason I want to get people on moderate income to watch these updates. This shows you, if you just stick with it, look at how far I was down in January 2023. I didn't do anything different on my investments. I stuck with it. If you have a good retirement plan, stick with it. Eventually things will come around. Also, a lot of people, they get skittish, especially when they first retire, especially on moderate income. If you have more money, okay, it's not quite as bad. That's why I want to get this message out so bad, guys. So please help me. Cash, it's always going to come down a little bit, right? This IRA, I was 3% from when I retired last month. Now I'm only 2%. We're moving in the right direction, guys. And for those of you who are wondering why I put tanked in the title of this video, this is about my whole retirement journey since I retired. My retirement portfolio has tanked since I retired. I have not got back to where I was when I retired. So as long as that's the case, I'm going to continue to put tanked. Tanked doesn't mean for the month. I'm up for July. Tank doesn't mean that month. It means my whole almost 3-year retirement journey now, okay? So just a little explanation. So YouTube, how am I doing on YouTube? Oh, let's check it out. In May, YouTube paid me $1,950. Again, this is after YouTube takes their 45% cut, leaves me with my 55%. That is 55% of the total ad revenue for the month of May. This is before I take out taxes. June, $2,150. So how did I do in July? As I've been saying for the last 5-6 months, I have been very surprised with how consistent this has been. July, not the case. And I'm running out of ink too. I'm just such a mess today. Boom. Only $1,500 in July of YouTube ad revenue compared to $2,150, $1,950. I have been averaging around $2,000 a month, probably most of 2024. So why did I take that big drop? Well, I've got a theory for you. With all the political stuff going on, the attempted assassination, Biden resigning, I don't know about you guys, but I've been watching a lot of that. And like I've said in videos before, I'm pretty much apolitical, but stuff like this makes you notice, makes you wake up and notice. Hey, I always vote, but I'm just not totally into politics. So if you're anything like me, my viewing habits have changed over the last month. I'm looking at a lot more political stuff. So what does that do to other videos on YouTube? Boo! That's my theory. Why else would it go down? I mean, my views are a little bit down. My revenue is way down. And I think I've been putting out some pretty good content. So I think that's what's happening. That's okay. And I've always expected this. It goes like this, YouTube revenue. So overall, guys, July wasn't a bad month at all. It wasn't great, but hey, as long as we keep going up, we're good, right? Honey, what do you think? Yeah, she wants every month to be up. Whatever. So as long as we're going up, guys, hey, hang in there. I don't care what is going on in the market. If you are confident in your plan, stick to your plan, okay? None of this timing the market stuff. None of this taking everything to cash. Don't do that. Your money still has to work for you in retirement. It can't just sit there in a mattress. So when these bad times happen, as what happened way back here in January of 23, and it kept this whole time here from the beginning of 2022 all the way through like mid 2023, things weren't doing that well, but I stuck with it. That's the biggest lesson I can give you from these monthly updates. Always stick with it. Always stick with it, guys. No matter what's going on, as long as you're confident in your plan, stick with it. We'll get through this as always. And as always, from Mr. Michael Jackson, needs some silver little sequins, huh? We got this.